Quit buying breadsticks from the store because you will be blown away at how easy it is to make breadsticks. I'm gonna show you step by step how to make the most soft, fluffy, buttery, and delicious breadsticks. So let's get to it. Here are the ingredients that you will need to make the breadsticks. And as always, all my recipes are in the description box down below. First, you're going to start out with 2 cups of flour. Then you're going to add 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of instant yeast, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Give this a really good mix. And I like to use a food processor to make these, but you can use a KitchenAid, a Bosch blender, or even just mix it in a bowl by hand. After you've mixed this together, you're going to add 1.5 cups of warm water. This should be about 115 degrees. Then you're going to stir this together really well. Next, you're going to add 1.5 cups of flour and then stir this together really well. You want the dough to pull away from the sides of the bowl, and you want it to not be too sticky on your hands. This looks perfect. If it's really sticky or still sticking to the sides of the bowl, just add a little bit more flour. Now we're going to take a little bit of flour and put flour on our countertops. And we're going to remove the dough and start kneading the dough. When you knead the dough, you want to pull the dough over and push it down. Pull it over, push it down. We're going to knead this dough for about 5 minutes or until you can pull it and it's kind of elasticy and you can start to see through the dough. I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so I've been kneading this dough for a few minutes. Let's start tugging at it and pulling at it and see how it just tears apart. It's not quite ready. You want to pull on it and have it be stretchy and you can kind of see through it. That's what we want it to look like. So keep kneading this dough until it looks like that. Also get your fingertips wet and start pulling it out. I've been kneading this for about 5 minutes. And if you look at it, it's more elasticy and see-through. So that is perfect. Now we're just going to sprinkle a tiny bit of flour to the top, and then we're going to place a clean kitchen towel over the dough. You want the dough to double in size, so we're going to let this sit on the countertop for about 20 to 30 minutes. This dough has been sitting for 30 minutes and it's double its size, so let's go ahead and start rolling it out. Go ahead and push out all of the air bubbles, and we just want to start forming this into a long rectangle. Next, we're going to take 1/4 cup or half a stick of butter and melt it in the microwave. You're going to need a 9 by 13 inch baking dish and also an 8 by 8 inch baking dish and a pizza cutter. So we're going to go ahead and make a long cut down the center. Go down, and then we're going to go across and make slits across the dough. Now we're going to take one piece of the dough, and you want to very carefully kind of stretch it. And what I like to do is kind of pull it as I tap the countertop, and it pulls it. Then you want to fold it in half, pinch both ends, and twist. Then you're going to dip all of the sides in the butter and then place in your baking dish. You do not have to grease your baking dish because you've dipped it in the butter. So go ahead and take that dough, slap it on the countertop as you carefully pull it, and then you're going to fold it in half, pinch that end, pinch the other end, and twist. Make sure those ends are pinched really tight, roll it in the butter, and then place it in the dish. Pour any leftover butter that you have onto your breadsticks. Okay, now we're going to use garlic salt. I love this garlic salt. It has parsley flakes in there. It's a really good one. But go lightly on the garlic salt. And then Parmesan cheese. So with this garlic salt, a little goes a long way. Don't use a heavy hand when you use this garlic salt because it can get too salty. So just do a light sprinkle of the garlic salt. And then sprinkle with your Parmesan cheese. This one you can put a lot more on there because this makes it really yummy. Now you're going to set these in a warm place and let them raise for about 20 minutes. Okay, our breadsticks are ready. They've been sitting for about 30 minutes. So we're going to put them in a 400-degree preheated oven for 12 to 15 minutes or until they're golden brown. These breadsticks are delicious with my homemade fettuccine alfredo. You can also dip them in the sauce and they're so yummy. I will link that recipe up above. Look at these, they are so soft, buttery, fluffy, and delicious. Thanks for cooking with me today. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be the first one to know when I put out a new video. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.